what is pronunciation. Okay, so when we pronounce a word, when we speak a word, there is a way of speaking it, a correct way of like releasing the sound from our mouth. Okay, so that is what we call as pronunciation. That is the correct way of speaking a word. For example, I have a word for you, right? So how do we speak the word that is potato? So someone is going to pronounce it as potato. We'll say it as potato. Okay. So these two are the pronunciation. We say it potato. We say it on potato. So the correct way of speaking the word potato is what we call as the pronunciation. Right. Now pronunciation also has, when we say it as pronounce. I am pronouncing a word. That is correct. Pronounce is correct. But do we say pronunciation? No, that is wrong. It also has a correct way of speaking it. We don't call it pronunciation, we call it pronunciation, right? So today we are going to start our session, and our session is on contractions. Okay, so our session is on contractions, and in this session we will see the contractions of the helping verbs. Okay, we will see the contractions of the helping verbs. I hope you all are ready. So let's start. So first let's see our subject. What subjects we are using? We are using I, he, she and it, you, we and they. So where I is the first person. I is the first person. Then what is the plural form of I? The plural form of I is we. Okay. Then we have he, she and it. These are the third person singulars. And the plural is they. That is third person plural. Then we have you. Okay. If I am addressing the group, I am going to say you all sit down or you all listen. If I am addressing a single person, again I will say you listen to me, you sit down. So you is the second person, you is second person singular also, and you is second person plural also. So we are going to discuss I, that is first person, he, she, it, third person singular, you, second person singular, second person plural. And last is we and they. We is the plural of I, they is the plural of he, she and it. So let's start our session with the contractions now. So first we have I am. We have I am. What is the contraction of I am? We put I apostrophe M. That is I am. So we don't say it I am contraction will be I am. Okay. So if I say I am going to the park, here I am using the full form. I am going to the park. But if I use the contraction, I'll say I'm going to the park. Okay, like we say am. Now we are going to say am. Okay, I'm going to the park. Okay. Then we have he is and she is. The contraction is he apostrophe s, she apostrophe s. Same way we have it is. The contraction will be it apostrophe s. Okay, so we are going to say he's, she's, it's. If I say he is going to the park, she is going to the park, or it is being done. Okay, these are the three sentences. He or she going to the park, it is being done. So when I'm going to use the contraction, I'm going to say he is going to the park, she is going to the park, it's being done. Okay. Now the last we have you are, we are, and they are. What are the contractions? We'll say you apostrophe re, we apostrophe re, they apostrophe re. So the contractions will be your, where, and there. Okay. So if I say we are going to the park, you are going to the park, and they are going to the park. So we will say you're going to the park, we are going to the park, and they're going to the park. Okay, I hope I'm clear till here. So let's take a recap. I am, he is, he's, she is, she's, it is, it's, you are, your, we are, where, they are, there. Okay. So now we will start with I have and has. Okay. So we have, first we have I have, that is she has, it has, he has. Okay. So what will be the contraction for I have? It will be I. For she has, it will be she's. For it has, it will be its. For he has, it will be he's. Okay. So I'm, he's, she's, it's, you are, we are, they are, I, she's, it's, and he's. Now we have the negative forms also. So I am, positive is I am, negative will be I ain't. If I say I am not, in contraction it will be I ain't. Okay. If it is he is, it will become he's, and its negative will be he isn't. Right? Next is she is. It will be she's, but she is not will be she isn't. Next we have it is. It will be it's, but the negative or it is not will be it isn't. Okay. Next we have you are. Okay. The contraction positive one is your, but when we come to the negative part, it becomes you aren't. Okay. Then we have we are. For we are, the positive contraction was where, but the negative one will be we aren't. Same way for they are, it will be they aren't. Right? So we have done till here. I ain't, he isn't, she isn't, it isn't, you aren't, we aren't, and they aren't. Okay. So next up we have I have not, she has not, it has not, he has not. Right? So the negatives will be contraction, negative contractions will be I haven't, she hasn't, he hasn't, and it hasn't. Right? So next, let's start with you, we, and they. I hope I'm clear till here to everyone. You can post the queries in the comment section, and also you can let us know. You can give us the feedback in the comment section. Okay. So we are starting with, we have done till a, she, it, and he. So I'm writing here. It will be you have, we have, they have. So it will be you, we, they. Okay. So now we have done I have, I've, she has, she's, it has, it's, he has, he's, you have, you, we have, we, they have, they. Okay. So now let's see the negative ones. So negative will be you have not. So it will be you haven't. You have not will be you haven't. Okay. We haven't. We haven't. They haven't. Okay. So we have I haven't, she hasn't, he hasn't, it hasn't, you haven't, we haven't, and they haven't. So till here we have done is, am, are with the negative contractions and have, has with their negative contractions. So next we are going to start with had. So next topic for now will be had. I had, he had, she had, had, you had, we had, they had. So the negative of has and have is had, and had we use with all the subjects. Okay, so the negatives will be I, he, she, it, you, we, and they. Okay, I, he, she, it, you, we, and they. These are for had. Okay, I had, I, he had, he, she had, she, it had, it, you had, you, we had, we, they had, they. Okay. Next we have the negatives. Okay. So the negatives are I had not. It will become I hadn't. He had not. He hadn't. She had not. She hadn't. It had not. It hadn't. You had not. You hadn't. We had not. We hadn't. They had not. They hadn't. Right? I hope I'm clear till here. You have got the lesson that we are doing and you have understood it well. You can let us know in the comment section. So this is I had and had not. So we did I hadn't, he, it hadn't, she hadn't, it hadn't, you, hadn't, you hadn't, sorry, we hadn't, they and they hadn't. So till here we have done is am are, has am and had. So next we have was and were. I'm just writing it on the board. Next is was and were. Okay. We use was and were with I singular. We are going to use was. It's like was with he, she, and it singulars also. We are going to use was. Okay. And now we have were. I'm writing it again here. Were is used with you were, we were, and they were. We generally don't use any short forms with was, but you are, you were will become again. We can add it like this. You. The were can become the same as are, but they're negatives. We can make the negatives. So for the negatives, again we can do I wasn't, he wasn't, or simply we can write it here. I, he, she, it was negative, was not. So it negative will become wasn't. I wasn't, he wasn't, she wasn't, it wasn't. Next we have you, we, and they were. Were's negative is were not. Were's negative is were not, and the negative will become weren't. So it will be you weren't, we weren't, and they weren't. Okay. I hope I'm clear till here. So the topics we have covered till now are is, am, are, has, have, had, was, and were. So our next is do not and does not. Okay. So with the singular, third person singular, we use he, she, it does not. Okay. He, she, it does not and does. Does and does not. Okay. Same way, she does not. It does not. Right? With I, we use I do, you do, we do, they do. Okay? I do, he, she, it does, you do, we do, they do. Okay? So we have the negatives do not, and do not. And I do not. So it's like I do my work on time, I do not do my work on time. He does his work on time, he does not does his work on time. She does her work on time and the same thing. So the negatives, we are going to see the contractions for the negatives, right? So it is I don't, he doesn't, she doesn't, it, he, she doesn't, it doesn't, you don't, you don't, we don't, they don't. Okay. So we have I don't, he doesn't, she doesn't, you does, it doesn't, you don't, we don't, and they don't. Okay. So now we have covered SMR, was, were with their negatives. We have done do, does with their negatives. We have done have, has, and had with their negatives. So now we have the past tense of do and does, that is did. Okay, we have the past tense, that is did. I did, he did, she did, it did, you did, we did, they did. Negatives of all of them is did not, you didn't. You didn't tell me, he didn't tell me, she didn't tell me, you didn't tell her, I didn't tell her. So here we don't, the T is there, okay? In did not, the T is there. When it becomes the contraction, the T is there in the apostrophe, but we don't pronounce it. We say didn't, okay? We don't say didn't, okay? Didn't, we say didn't, okay? I didn't tell her, you didn't tell her, she didn't tell her, he didn't tell her, we didn't tell her. Okay. So here you can see when I'm saying I didn't tell her, I'm not saying I didn't tell her. I'm saying I didn't tell her. Okay. So we don't use the T. The T is silent. Okay. So we just simply use didn't. Okay. I hope I'm clear in here. So next we are going to start with, listen, now we are going to take some general terms. First we'll take with, shall. Okay. If we see in the conventional rules, when we were using the rules for future tense, in the future tense we use shall with I, they, we. and we use will with the others. But now, as there are some new changes in the grammar part, so now we are going to use will also. We use will also with I also, right? We use the will with I as well. We use it when we have a strong determination for something. There we are going to use will. I can simply say I shall do that. But if I have a strong determination for it, I will say I will do that. Okay. So we are going to use will there also. So if I have I, he, she, it, you, we, they. Okay. So it will become I, he, she, it'll, you'll, we'll, will. These are very simple. Even if it is shall or will, it will remain the same. The contraction will always be I, he, she'll, it'll, you'll, will, and they. These will not change. Okay. So it will remain the same for will, shall, both. So I've just written it once so that you all can see. It will remain the same both for will and shall. So I hope the things are clear till here to everyone. So our next is three things we are going to discuss next. Would, should, could. Okay. Should and could is used when we talk of some possibility of something that could happen. Like I can say I could do that, I could have done that. So these are possibilities of the past. Same is should. When we talk of something like could have been done by someone, there we use should. And would is something when the situation is in the imagining part. When someone is imagining something in his mind, then we use the would. Okay. So for all the three we have we okay. So if it is would not, just write it in here. Would not, should not, would not. So in this video, we're just going to discuss the negative contractions of these. So would not will become wouldn't, will not, won't, and we can simply say wouldn't. We can also be won't. It will be shouldn't, and it will be couldn't. With couldn't we have cannot, and cannot is can't. Right? Would not, wouldn't, will not, won't. Should not, shouldn't, could not, couldn't, cannot, can't. So these are some more contractions that you can use while speaking. Okay. So we are done till wouldn't, won't, shouldn't, couldn't, can't. Okay. These all are contractions that we will discuss in today's session. Right? And some more are there. We have some general words like there is, where is, what is, who is. Okay. So there is will become theirs. Okay. And we have that also. Where is will become where is. What is will become what's. Who is will become whose. So if I say where is my car? I can simply say, oh, there's my car. Okay. If I say, where is my car? So instead of saying where is, I can say, where's my car? Okay. Now we have what is this? Right? We say, what is this? So instead of saying that, we can use the contraction and we can say, what's, okay? What's this? What's the time? Okay. Next we have who is. Who is this boy? So instead of saying who is, we can say who's the boy. Simple. Last is that. That can be that. Sorry. That can be that. Okay. It can be that. I guess I'm clear. There's, where's, what's, who's, and that's. Okay. So now all the contractions are done. So today we are done with the contraction part. So till here we have done is, am, are, was, were, have, has, had, sorry, do, don't, did, will, shall, would not, could not, should not. Right? Then we had where, there, that, and one more. Right? So we have done till here. I hope the things are clear to you. If you have any doubt till here, if you want to give us any feedback regarding this, you can just comment in the comment section. Okay. So now I'm today, as this is my guest session, so I have something extra for you as well. So today I'm going to tell you some pronunciation of some words. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the pronunciation of some more words. So these will not be the contractions. These will be some general words that Termine. Earlier it was determine. Earlier the pronunciation of this word, which I spell right now, it was determine. Now it has become determined. Earlier it was determine. Now it has become determined. Okay. I guess I am clear. Determine, determine was the pronunciation earlier. Now it is determined. Okay. So now it is determined. So if I write it here, determined. Okay. Next we have WOMAN and WOMEN. So usually people will say woman, woman. No, the correct is when we are speaking the singular part, that is WOMAN. It is woman. It is woman. When we are speaking the plural part, that is WOMEN, that is women. Woman and women. Okay. My next word is ONION, a very famous vegetable. We use as a salad. We use it as a salad. We use in the cooking part. But usually it is called as onion. Okay, we call it as onion. Okay, but it is not onion. It is onion. Okay, so we can like adapt the new pronunciations. It is not onion. It is onion. So we are done with three. That is, first is determine. Second, women and women. Third is onion. Fourth is TORTOISE. Okay. Animal found near the seas also. Usually we call it as tortoise. Okay. Everyone used to call it as tortoise, but the new pronunciation is tortoise. Okay. Now it has become tortoise. Right? Tortoise is the wrong pronunciation. It is tortoise. Okay. Next, we have two words same with the same, almost same spelling. This worm is this is worm, WARM. It is a sort of a feeling. WORM, a sort of an insect. So, any guesses? So this is WARM is pronounced as worm. Okay, WARM is pronounced as worm. But WORM is pronounced as worm. Okay, it is a kind of insect, tapeworm, earthworm. Okay, these are worms, and this is worm. We feel worm, but we see worms. Okay, next is CACHE. Usually, when we clean our phone, when we go to the clean up storage window, when it is displayed, usually there is this word with DATA. Let me write it. DATA. So, what do you think? What we call it? It is cache data, cache data. No, it is cache. Okay, very simple. It is cache. Such pronunciations are because of some different rules in English language. So the correct pronunciation is cache. Okay, this is cache. And DATA, we don't call it that data. The correct is data. Okay, so we call it data. So when we go to the cleanup storage window, the words that are displayed are cache data. Okay. Next is I hope I guess the ones who are reading this word may have so many memories because right now we can't go outside. We can just make it at home and your mouth would be watering after reading this. This is PIZZA. Is it pizza? We call it pizza. Okay. So this is pizza. Okay. Now the last there are some words which have a B silent. Okay, so we'll start with this DEBT, THUMB, and TOMB, and PLUMBER. Okay, so we have first. Let's just go through all the words. We have determined, woman, women, onion, tortoise. Sorry, tortoise is the older one. Now it's tortoise. Tortoise, worm, worm, cache data, pizza, and the last four, DEBT. We usually hear it in the accountancy terms, so we call it as debt. Okay, D is there, but D is silent. We call it as debt. Okay. Next we have THUMB. This is we call it as thumb. Okay, we don't call it as thumb. We're not stressing on the D. D is silent. We call it as thumb. Okay, it is our thumb. Next is TOMB. We don't call it as Tom now. It is not Tom. It is tomb. Okay. First thing, O is pronounced as U. The longer U, tomb, and the B again here it is silent. Okay. TOMB, tomb. Okay. Last, PLUMBER, PLUMBER, it is plumber. Okay, we don't say plumber, plumber. It is not. It is just plumber. Okay, and what's the session is in which form? It is video session. Okay, it is not a video session. It is video session. Okay, and how are you going to give us your feedback? You are going to comment in the comment section. You're not going to comment, you're going to comment. Okay, we are watching the video and we are going to comment in the comment section. So we had determine, woman, women, onion, tortoise, worm, worm, cash, data, pizza, debt, thumb, tomb, plumber, video, comment. Okay, so with this, I'm done with today's session. I hope you all like the session. If you have any feedback for us, if you have any suggestions for us, please do mention in the comment section. And I hope you all learned something new from my video, from this session.